Bonjour, this is Fabulously Delicious, the French food podcast. It's the podcast that's about the cuisine that is said to have founded modern cooking. French ingredients and dishes have been the starting block for many of the world's best chefs and cooks. And on Fabulously Delicious, you'll learn all about those dishes and ingredients, as well as get to know more about fabulous French foodies. I'm your host, Andrew Pryor. Enchanté.
Enchanté.
My life changed when I competed on MasterChef Australia, and now I'm living my best life right here in the French countryside. Cooking, eating, meeting wonderful locals, food producers, chefs, home cooks, drinking amazing wines, eating some of the over, would you believe there's more than 1,500 French cheeses? Well, that's what I've been told. And I'm sharing these fabulous experiences with you, my fabulously delicious audience. Hope you're enjoying them. In my book, this one here, Paris, a fabulous food guide to the world's most delicious city, I have a chapter on best areas to stay in Paris for food. And I wanted to expand on this for you in this episode of Fabulously Delicious. So sit back, turn the volume up if you're not driving, pour yourself a glass of wine, break a baguette, add a bit of saucisson maybe, and some of that delicious cheese. Yum, if you're lucky to have some. And enjoy today's episode of Fabulously Delicious, why some areas of Paris are a food lover's paradise. When it comes to food, few cities can compete with Paris, in my opinion. It has a rich culinary history and an incredible range of dining options, and a deep cultural connection to food. The city is a playground for food lovers. Whether you're a fan of traditional French cuisine or you're eager to explore the latest in gastronomic trends, Paris has something to offer every palate. While many parts of the city boast fantastic dining, there are specific neighbourhoods that truly shine for their connection of great restaurants, markets and cafes. As someone who spends a lot of time exploring these food havens, I can confidently say that choosing the right neighbourhood to stay in can make all the difference in your culinary adventure. So whether you're planning your first trip to Paris or a seasoned visitor, I'll guide you through the best places to stay and, more importantly, where to eat. Now, this is not necessarily specific to hotels or restaurants. This episode is more about just the areas of where to stay and why you should stay there. And also, not really going into specifics on restaurants, etc., but more the cultural aspects of the cuisine in those areas. So if you want to get actual recommendations, then you should check out my book, Paris, a Fabulous Food Guide to the World's Most Delicious City. Let's start with the right bank versus the left bank. The left bank versus the right bank, or the right versus the left bank. I don't know. A personal preference, really. One of the most common questions I get asked is whether to stay on the left or the right of the Seine River. While both have their charms, I personally lean towards the right bank. Why? Well, it's simply, in my opinion, where you'll find the most vibrant food scene. The right bank has historically been the heart of Parisian life, home to more residents, businesses, and crucially, more dining options. Although the left bank is famed for its literary history and iconic cafes like the legendary Café de Flore, it tends to cater more to tourists and is often pricier without necessarily offering better food choices. That said, the left bank still has its treasures, and areas like Saint-Germain-des-Prés have plenty to offer, as we'll discuss later. But if you're looking for diversity, innovation, and authenticity in your food experiences, then the right bank is where you want to be. Let's start with the second arrondissement, hidden gem in the heart of Paris. The second may not have the instant recognition that the Marais has, but this often overlooked neighbourhood is one of Paris's best kept secrets when it comes to food. Located just north of the Louvre and the Tuileries Gardens, the second is perfectly situated for those who want to be in the centre of it all, without sacrificing quality or authenticity. This area has undergone rapid gentrification in recent years, quickly becoming a hub for young professionals, artists, and of course, foodies. Rue Montorgueil, I think, is the heart and soul of the second arrondissement's food scene, and it's one of my personal favourite spots in all of Paris. As you walk down this lively pedestrian-friendly street, you'll be tempted by a range of specialty food stores, patisseries, fromageries, and boulangeries. It's an absolute feast for the senses. One of the most famous stops along Rue Montorgueil is Stover, the oldest patisserie in Paris, dating back to 1730. They're known for their classic French patisseries like the Babaron or an eclair. In fact, my favourite place for getting a chocolate eclair in Paris is Stowe Patisserie. And it's the perfect place to grab that sweet treat while you explore the area. But the second is more than just Rue Montorgueil. The surrounding streets are filled with hidden gems, including cosy bistros and some of the best patisseries in the city. One must visit is G de Tour, a specialty food store offering everything from spices to high-quality chocolates. Whether you're a home cook or you just like to browse, this store is an absolute delight. The area is a mix of business, office and residential, which means you'll find great lunch and dinner spots that cater to both locals and visitors alike. The food scene here in the second is diverse, with everything from French classics to ethnic eateries, serving up Middle Eastern, Asian and Mediterranean dishes. For those looking for a more affordable option, the nearby Porte de Saint-Denis and Porte Saint-Martin areas offer a fantastic mix of cuisines at lower price points. These areas are known for their lively atmosphere and are perfect for travellers who want to experience authentic Parisian food without breaking the bank. From Kurdish barbershops to Middle Eastern butchers, this area showcases Paris's rich ethnic diversity, and it's a foodie haven waiting to be explored. The third and the fourth arrondissements, the heart of the Marais, when it comes to food, are nothing short of a paradise. Walking through the narrow, winding streets of the Marais feels like you're stepping into another era. The area's elegant 17th and 18th century townhouses, bustling streets, and vibrant cafes create a unique atmosphere that you won't find anywhere else in Paris. What really sets the Marais apart, in my opinion, is the food. The Jewish Quarter, centered around Rue Rosiers, is home to some of the best Middle Eastern food you can find in the city. The iconic Las de Falafel is always a popular spot with locals and tourists lining up for their famous falafel sandwiches, overflowing with vegetables and creamy hummus. But another spot I love there is Miznon, which serves up delicious takes on, well, unusual, you would say, kebabs. I'm thinking a bœuf bourguignon kebab. Delicious. And also the lamb meatballs, if they have them. They're also a good choice. And if you're going for a side at Miznon, don't forget a whole roasted baby cauliflower. The Marais is also the main LGBTQ plus hub of Paris. And with that, it comes a lively cosmopolitan vibe. The area's bars and clubs, restaurants reflect the diversity of its residents and visitors. Whether you're grabbing a quick bite at a casual bistro or setting in for a multi-course dinner at a trendy restaurant, you'll find that the Marais offers an unparalleled mix of cultures and cuisines. On Sundays, much of the area becomes pedestrian only, making it the perfect time to stroll around through the streets and explore the local food shops. Stop by a boulangerie for a fresh croissant, or you can actually visit Gay Le Choc, which is a boulangerie that makes, well, some would say, an unusual baguette. Let's just say it's shaped to look like male anatomy. The Marais is also a place to visit for fromageries, pick up some French cheese for a picnic, and the food culture here is thriving, and you'll often see Parisians queuing up early in the morning to buy fresh produce, meats and patisseries for their weekend meals in the Marais. According to Context Travel, the Marais is a must-visit for anyone looking to experience both old-world charm and modern culinary innovation. It's not just about the food, they say. It's about the experience of walking through the cobblestone streets, soaking in the atmosphere, and stopping at a cafe to people watch as you enjoy a delicious meal. Well, Context Travel, I couldn't have said it better. The 10th arrondissement has a booming food scene. Just north of the 2nd, the 10th is quickly becoming one of Paris's trendiest food neighbourhoods. Historically, a working class district with a high concentration of immigrants, the 10th has experienced a wave of gentrification, transforming into a cool, fashionable area with an incredibly diverse food scene. Rue de Faubourg Saint-Denis is one of the 10th's main arteries and is a must-visit for any food lover. The street is lined with Middle Eastern food shops, butchers and patisseries, offering everything from fragrant spices to freshly baked flatbreads. Passage Brady, a covered arcade with Indian and Pakistani restaurants, is another highlight, offering some of the best curries, biryanis, and grilled meats in the city. This passage is a hub for Paris's South Asian community, and the food here is vibrant, flavourful. The tent is also home to Canal Saint-Martin, a charming area where locals love to gather along the canal's edges to drink, eat, and relax. Canal Saint-Martin is a hotbed of trendy cafes, craft beer bars, and innovative bistros, offering a range of vegan, vegetarian, and fusion dishes. If you're into creative gastronomy, this is the place for you. It's a neighbourhood where tradition meets modernity, making it ideal for those who love both French classic cuisine and new adventurous flavours. The 11th is, some would say, trendy but also authentic. East of the 10th, the 11th is another area that has undergone rapid transformation in recent years. Known for its ethnic diversity and working class roots, the 11th is now one of Paris's most sought after neighbourhoods for both living and dining. The Bastille Market, located in the heart of the 11th, is one of the best food markets in Paris, in my opinion. It's a must visit for anybody who loves fresh, high-quality produce. Held every Thursday and Sunday, the market is a feast for the senses, with stalls overflowing with everything from freshly caught seafood to artisanal cheeses, charcuterie, seasonal fruits and vegetables. If you have a chance to visit this market on a Sunday, I highly recommend stocking up on provisions for the day, whether you're planning a picnic or need a gourmet snack for your journey out of Paris. Another hot tip for the Bastille markets is in the middle of the market, there is a Breton crepe maker. They come every Thursday to Paris, live just outside of Paris in a caravan, and stay until the market finishes on Sunday and then go home. Located in the middle of the Bastille markets, just look for their sign of Breton crepe and start your morning with a delicious crepe at the market. The Foodie, a popular food website for the French, highlights this arrondissement as one of the top destinations for food lovers, particularly those seeking out innovative dining experiences. The district is filled with Michelin-starred chefs experimenting with new concepts, as well as casual spots that cater to a younger, hipper crowd, the Foodie says. One of the most appealing aspects of the 11th to me is its authenticity. Despite its rapid gentrification, the area has managed to retain its working class roots, and many of the old neighbourhood bistros and cafes are still thriving alongside newer, trendier spots. It's the blend of the old and the new that makes the 11th such a dynamic food destination. Are you part of the fabulously delicious Substack newsletter community? If you're not, then you're missing out on treasure trove of fabulous content about French food and life in France. By signing up, you'll receive exclusive offers and insights tailored just for the Andrew Pryor Fabulously community. Don't wait any longer to join up. Sign up via the link in the show notes for this episode, or you can head over to andrewpryorfabulously.com. Let's dive into the delicious world of French cuisine together. Dreaming of the perfect Paris food experience? Well, my book, Paris, A Fabulous Food Guide to the World's Most Delicious City, is exactly what you need to explore the culinary gems of Paris. From cozy boulangeries to decadent patisseries, bustling markets, hidden wine bars, the guide has it all, the must-visit spots to make any Paris trip unforgettable. You can grab your copy at andrewpryorfabulously.com, where you can even get a gift package and signed version. Or, if you prefer, it's also available on Amazon, including a Kindle version for instant access. Bon appetit and happy reading, and happy exploring Paris. My personal recommendations are that one of the joys of being in Paris is finding those hidden gems that might not always make the typical tourist guidebooks, but have made a lasting impression on me. In each neighbourhood, I've come across places that I'm excited to share with you, and these spots where the food, ambience and charm all come together are highlighted in my book. In the Marais, for instance, you might visit the famous L'As de Falafel on Rue de Roseries for its delectable falafel. But in the Marais, you'll also find Le Petit Comines, located on Rue de Comines. This is a restaurant that gets all of its food from within 100 kilometres of Paris, except for its seafood, which it gets from a line court operator just outside of Normandy. Another hidden gem that's in the book is in the 11th arrondissement, and that is Bistro Paul Bert. Their perfectly cooked straightened fruit and their tarte tartare are some of the finest in the city, and their warm bistro atmosphere embodies the spirit of casual yet refined French dining. Don't miss Palais in Saint-Germain-des-Prés, one of Paris's most iconic bakeries, known for its incredible sourdough loaves. And if you're near the Canal Saint-Martin, over on the other side, you can go to Depart à Désidier, which offers stunning viennoiseries. Their famous escargot pistache, a spiral filled with pistachio cream that's an absolute delight with your morning coffee. If you're looking to stay in an area of Paris, wherever you stay in an apartment versus hotel can also make a big difference to your foodie holiday experience. While hotels in Paris certainly offer comfort and ease, staying in an apartment allows for a different, more immersive experience, particularly if you're a food lover, in my opinion. One of the unique pleasures of renting an apartment is the freedom it gives you to explore the city's many food markets, picking up fresh, local ingredients to create your own meals. Parisian markets are a feast for the senses, vibrant colours, fresh smells and bustling vendors offering seasonal produce, cheeses, meats and baked goods. Imagine waking up on a crisp spring morning, stepping out to the Marché Bastille or the Marché Allegre and strolling among the vendors. In springtime, you might find fresh asparagus blanche, white asparagus, sweet petit pois, peas, and strawberries that taste like candy. The butchers proudly display their poulet fermiers, which is farm chickens, while the fromageries tempt you with creamy rounds of camembert or pungent roquefort. And don't forget the freshly baked bread. Grab a baguette traditionnelle, but still warm from the oven. If you're staying in an apartment, you have the opportunity to bring all these ingredients back to your kitchen and prepare a simple yet luxurious meal. Parisian apartments often have compact kitchens. You don't need much more than a good pan, some olive oil, and a few herbs to create something special. The experience of preparing a meal in Paris apartment using local seasonal ingredients and perhaps sipping on a glass of Côte d'Rhône or a Burgundy wine makes you feel that you're living the authentic Parisian life, even if it's only just for a little while. For food lovers, this opportunity to interact directly with local vendors and ingredients is one of the major advantages of apartment living in Paris. Instead of eating out at every meal, you get to experiment with the wonderful produce you pick up at the market and perhaps even make friends with your local cheesemonger or fishmonger. There's something deeply satisfying about sitting down to a home-cooked meal made with the finest, freshest ingredients, knowing that you personally selected everything on the plate from a market just down the road. Staying in an apartment also offers a more relaxed pace of life. Instead of rushing to get breakfast or feeling like you have to go out for every meal, you can enjoy a leisurely breakfast with croissants from your neighbourhood boulangerie, fresh fruit and yogurt, while planning your day's adventures. You can dine in or out as you please, but making your stay feel more like you're living in Paris than you're just visiting is when you're living in an apartment as opposed to a hotel. Paris is a city shaped by its diversity, and nowhere is that more evident than in the neighbourhoods like Belleville. This area has a rich history of emigration, which has greatly influenced its culinary landscape. Today, Belleville is one of the most exciting areas for food lovers looking to experience a wide variety of flavours from around the world. Wandering through Belleville, you might stumble upon a bustling Chinese restaurant serving delicious dim sum, or a bakery offering rich buttery pain au raisin. The diversity of Belleville reflects the broader story of how France's colonial history and modern immigration have enriched its food culture. Today, you can taste dishes from Algeria, Tunisia, Lebanon, and beyond, all within the same block, while also finding Parisian staples like crusty baguettes and ripe cheeses. Context Travel again describes Belleville as a haven for ethnic foods, and it's easy to see why. when you explore the neighbourhood's eclectic mix of grocery stores, cafés and food stores. This intersection of cultures creates a culinary melting pot where the old and the new come together in delicious harmony. Whether it's grabbing a quick bite of Turkish kebab, indulging in traditional French charcuterie, or enjoying a sweet pastry, these neighbourhoods showcase the depth and breadth of the Parisian food scene. A word on the left bank, because I don't want it to be left out, so to speak. Saint-Germain-des-Prés and the Latin Quarter. While my heart belongs to the right bank, the left bank of Paris has still got some fantastic food neighbourhoods that are worth mentioning. Saint-Germain-des-Prés, the 6th arrondissement, is one of the city's most famous and historical districts, known for its literary and artistic heritage. This area is also home to some of Paris's most upscale restaurants, chic cafés and historic brasseries. Saint-Germain-des-Prés offers a combination of Michelin-starred restaurants, gourmet food shops and elegant cafés. While it can be touristy and expensive, it's hard to deny the area's charm and its place in the Parisian food landscape. And if you're a chocolate lover, there's also fabulous chocolate stores. For something a bit more affordable and laid back, the Latin Quarter in the 5th arrondissement is another great left bank option. This student-centred neighbourhood is filled with casual bistros, affordable restaurants and lively street markets. Discover Paris through its food. That's my recommendation. Paris is a city of endless culinary discovery, from its historic streets in the Marais and its lively markets in the 11th to the hidden gems in the 2nd and the multicultural vibrancy of the 10th. Every neighbourhood has its own flavour, quite literally. In a city like Paris, every street, every corner, every patisserie market offers something delicious and exciting to discover. So why not make the most of your stay? Choose an apartment that not only gives you the freedom to explore Paris' culinary treasures, but also allows you to feel like you're a local, even if it's only just for a few days. Imagine preparing your own Parisian meal with ingredients you handpicked from a bustling market, sipping wine on a balcony overlooking the city. That's the magic of Paris. But with so many choices, navigating the city's food scene can be a challenge, and especially if you're short on time or overwhelmed by the sheer volume of options. That's where my book, shameful plug here, Paris, a fabulous food guide to the world's most delicious city, comes in. It's packed with insider tips, recommendations for the best patisseries, boulangeries, cafes, restaurants, and more, helping you plan your perfect culinary journey through the city of life, love, and, as I say, good food. The next time you plan a trip to the city of life, love, and good food, consider basing your stay in one of the neighbourhoods we've explored today. Take time to wander, explore these markets, enjoy a glass of wine in a nearby bistro. The city's culinary diversity, from traditional French classics to international delights, ensures that always there's a new food adventure waiting around the corner. So if you're a first-time visitor or a seasoned Parisian food lover, grab a copy of the book, listen to this episode, and let me guide you through the best neighbourhoods Paris has to offer. Your taste buds are in for an unforgettable adventure. Planning a trip to Paris? Why not escape the usual tourist spots and explore the stunning French countryside? I invite you to join me on a truly unique culinary adventure with my BN residency cooking experience. Stay in our beautiful 2-bedroom townhouse located in the heart of Montmorency, a charming town where you can wander through the local markets, discover quaint galleries, and enjoy delightful restaurants and bars. Together, we'll explore neighbouring towns, visit historical sites, take day trips to Limoges or the chateaux of the Loire, so much more. And of course, the highlight, an immersive all-day French regional cooking class with me here in my home kitchen, just a quick 5-minute walk from your little townhouse. Each residency includes accommodation, a warm welcome apéro, and a fantastic opportunity to experience true French hospitality. Residencies run from May to October, so come and enjoy the magic of French cuisine and culture with me. For more details, visit andrewpryorfabulously.com. Can't wait to welcome you. Fabulously Delicious is now part of the Evergreen Podcast Network. Join us as we explore the delicious world of French cuisine and culture alongside a fantastic lineup of podcasts. Stay tuned for more fabulous content and delightful conversations. That's it for another episode of Season 4 of Fabulously Delicious. And before I go, I just want to give a quick shout out to a lovely listener who gave me a fantastic message. The daughter of Pierre Franny, who I did a story of episode just last week, Diane, sent me a lovely message about the episode, and I'm so grateful for that message because, podcasting can be a little bit of a lonely experience. It's just me sitting here sometimes talking to a camera and a microphone. So it's so fabulous to get some feedback. And Diane, your father was truly an inspiration for many a French foodie, and I was very honoured to be able to tell his story on the Story Of series here on Fabulously Delicious. Merci beaucoup for your lovely message, Diane. Thank you for listening, and remember, you know what my motto is. Whatever you do it fabulously. Merci beaucoup, and bon an.